Why ASA 101 to 104 in 1 week is a bad idea. Sailing Virgins! Hi, this is James from Sailing Virgins. We're here in Grand Cus, which is a bay in St. Martin, and it's a beautiful bay. It's got really great restaurants and that sort of stuff. And I wanted to address one question that we get asked all the time. Can I get my 101 to 104 in 1 week? And there are sailing schools that offer this, and I totally get it. If somebody offers it, then clearly that sounds like it's good value. You should be able to get all those skills in 1 week, right? So I get it. The thing is, it's just not possible to do that in 1 week well. And I'll tell you why. So let's look at what you're actually covering in the 101, now 102, 103 and 104. So 101 is what is a boat? What are these terms such as push pits and pull pits and guardrails and sheets and halyards and outhauls and all those sorts of sailing terms that are very important in sailing. There's a lot to take in, and the 101 is all-encompassing in that regard. It's really giving you all the terms in the boat. And then 102 is increasing those sailing skills. It's a relatively new course. 103 is getting into cruising. So now you're becoming a really competent crew. You're getting your knots down. You're getting all these sorts of skills so that you can be a really good number two on a boat and a very, very effective crew, right? And then 104 is all about being able to skipper yourself. So you can take your own boat out with your family on a week. So what you're really saying when you're going from 101 to 104 is I want to go from not really having any idea about a boat to being a completely competent skipper for my friends and family safely in 1 week. You can see that that is a huge amount of skills to get in 1 week. And we believe, and a couple of other sailing schools we know believe that that's a bit reckless actually. The experience problem. The thing is, when sailing is an interesting sport because it's science and art, right? And as well as sport. You've got to learn the science, the physics of sailing. You've also got to understand decision making and the black art of making the right decisions at the right time and dealing with crew and that sort of thing. And then there's the actual muscle memory of doing some of these physical activities. So you've just got to pick up these things over time. It's like flying an aircraft. It's about experience and hours. You know, sailing is very similar. It's got a lot of muscle memory and things that you do with your hands and your body and everything else, as well as understanding the physics of the boat, as well as understanding things like weather, being able to anticipate what's going on and know what to do suddenly when something breaks, because really that's the test of a sailor, is when things go wrong, things go unexpected, then what do you do? What happens when people try to do these so many levels in 1 week? Well, they're setting themselves up in many ways to fail, right? You can suffer from cognitive overload. There's just too much to take in, and then your brain sort of shuts down. So there's the right sort of pace to be taking these things in. If you've been doing a lot of wind sports and a lot of water sports and navigation and you're already a pilot, you know, then you can have a bit of a head start to that sort of thing, granted. But if you're not a pilot and you're not someone who's really done a lot of wind sports and water sports and navigation and that sort of thing, then you really want to take it in its own time and actually enjoy the process of learning. And that really requires an amount of time to do. So the right way, what's the right way to do it? Well, of course, I run Sailing Virgins, so I'd say come and join one of our courses naturally, but you don't have to. There's actually several ways to do it. If you know someone who sails, then you can get a lot of that basic sailing done just sailing with them and come and tune up your skills on one of our courses. Or you might decide to join our course from the get-go with no experience at all. You know, that's fine. You might find a local course to do your 101 and then come out to these parts to do your 103, 104. So there's several different ways you can do it, but just don't try and cram it in a week. So what's the takeaway from all this? If you're wanting to learn to sail, that's awesome. I agree. Like, learn to sail. It's such a good thing to do. Don't rush it. So take it in its time, do the courses with a company that you feel has the right sort of instructors to match your vibe, and really enjoy the process. So I hope that helps. Have a great day. There's a plane taking off here in Grand Cus, and have fun. See you.
Away across the ocean. day on the boat landed on Halloween, and honestly the timing could not have been better. Everybody passed their exams, which meant the vibes were super high, and we decided we weren't going to end this trip quietly. We decided to go downtown to Grand Cas and celebrate.
And where are you from? I can see me from the universe.